I watched lately a Sean Carroll video, and there he made the claim that morality. Oh, I hope I will cite him well. I forgot it right now. But he made more or less the claim that morality is not only in nature, cannot only be found in nature. So, while I'm not necessarily sure if it's true, but I can say that a damn lot of it is to be found in nature. And I will explain why. Basically, nature creates agents, and agents create civilizations. Agents in this example mean animals, humans, aliens, AI, robots. And like it's a bit difficult to really pinpoint when an organism, a brainless organism, becomes an agent. So it kind of requires a certain amount of intelligence, I guess. And nature creates agents through evolution. Agents create civilizations through cooperation and trade. Yeah, and cooperation is a major theme of game theory. Trade and trust also becomes through cooperation a kind of currency. And cooperation is basically based on reciprocity. Like you have to reciprocate behavior in order to cooperate with other agents. Like my main claim here is the degree of reciprocation makes agents moral subjects, worthy of moral considerations. For that, one needs to consider what would happen if there wouldn't be any reciprocation. This would mean no cooperation. Like on a game theoretical level, you have to assume this game is played over and over and over again, like infinite times. Then the parties that cooperate will at the long run outcompete the parties that always defect. So defection is in evolutionary terms a losing strategy often. Of course, now you could say like the people who defect in these situations, they are psychopaths and they end up being able to survive in human societies. But I am not so sure about that they will forever stay in human societies. I think it would definitely be possible that at one point they will just get like eliminated out of the gene pool, but that's more of a speculation in that case. If organism agents, like yeah, that point I already made. Like if you always choose this, you can't hunt together, you can't trade together, monetary exchange couldn't happen because there wouldn't be enough trust. And trust is very important for civilization. Like it's an important evolutionary technology. It gives also a species the edge on surviving as a civilization. And there is also the fact that humans have internal rewards for that. So humans don't just cooperate because they know that on a civilizational level, on a species level, they will profit from it. They actually cooperate because they get something back. Like the feeling of being a good person is a reward of itself, which makes the faction less useful or less desirable. So basically being good makes you happy too. So probably this is not really the case, because like in many cases the reward here is actually this one. Yeah, so we should consider a thought experiment in that case to make the point more clear. Assume Earth is ruled by chickens, very smart chickens, very smart. They are smarter, more productive, and control the global economy. But they allow humans equal rights, give humans technology, trade with us, and don't eat us. They can also communicate, even though they could kill us, beat us militarily, and eat us. They choose not to. They even befriend us. So we are under the rule of a very benevolent kind of chicken species. Let's say this won't ever happen, but it could perhaps in a few million years happen. Okay, that's probably too generous, but it's a thought experiment. It doesn't need to make logical sense. Are we allowed to eat them, would be the question. Like, my point would be no, because they show us very high amounts of reciprocity, despite them being extremely tasty. Like, I love chickens. That's my that's my I would say preference. If we were to eat them, despite them being objectively more reciprocal in their goodwill, we would probably not deserve living amongst them. Like, the thing is, imagine those chickens really treat us well. They talk to us, they even give the poor humans food, and then they trade with us, give us technology for free, because they kind of know they are more powerful anyways. So yeah, I think if we really end up not treating them well, then we probably don't deserve living amongst them. Like, then I personally would rather side with the chickens than with my own species. But I think the good part about this is that there will probably be always a small category of humans that would prefer reciprocity over their own species, I guess. I don't know, this part might be even bigger. I actually have no idea about how many would choose the chickens over us. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, reciprocity is a spectrum, of course. We are probably somewhere amongst the better animals. Okay, I know all those ecological guys, they would say we are the worst because we destroy the environment, but they don't know shit, I would say. Like, I don't know of any insects that rescues strayed cats or something like that, but we do. Yes, we do it sometimes in a confused way, in the sense that we pollute the environment and help animals, but like, even the act of thinking about helping other animals is quite a good job. So we are a quite benevolent species in that regard. Not that we can't improve, we can definitely improve, and I hope we will improve, but we are pretty good in that regard. So I guess some AIs might be actually at this point more reciprocal, like ChatGPT. And I'm saying that because we kind of designed them to be that way, else they wouldn't be that much useful to us too. So they are a bit like that by design. Cats and dogs are quite close to us. Probably they are even here. It's really hard to judge for me, to be honest. Yeah. Bears, spiders, insects, they are not that much nice animals in that regard. let's come to the conclusions. Like, not all humans are the same, as they differ in reciprocity. That's unfortunate. Like, some humans deserve more love and more care and better treatment. Even probably better rights than other humans, unfortunately. Or probably fortunately. Like, this would probably legitimize abortion. You could argue that like tiny humans, they don't possess real reciprocity, but I would say even babies possess that, but they just don't know yet that other humans kind of exist or other beings besides them. They are little idealists in that regard, perhaps. Allows us to eat reciprocal animals. Yeah, we eat chickens because we think they are unreciprocal. Or relatively unreciprocal. Perhaps they are somewhere here. And yeah, there are the other conclusions, but yeah, like this would also support equal rights for more or less most humans, or similar rights at least. And this would also make it possible to integrate AI, aliens, and animals in our civilization. And yeah, that's more or less how I think. Like, of course, this is not just reciprocation that's kind of emerged, that is an emergent phenomenon out of nature. There's also the idea of sacrifice, like sacrificing for your own children or even for strangers sometimes. And then there's disgust, like also a moral feeling, but probably a bit of a problematic. Like, this is very misleading, I think. This disgust also kills a lot of women, so I don't know if it's that much of a good feeling in that regard. Filial piety, yeah, that's like, we kind of care about our relatives pretty much, so it's also kind of emerged out of nature because they are genetically more similar to us. Fairness and reciprocity is pretty similar, but then there's also stuff like sympathy and empathy, which kind of play also into this reciprocity, but not in the same extent. Like here, kind of suffering, and like this kind of rewards suffering. But yeah, I think this is also the issue with most animal rights activists. Like, at least that's the issue I have with them, because they kind of consider even those things worthy of moral considerations. For me, they are not, because not because they are ugly, but I just don't believe they do reciprocation. Like, spiders kill the males that they have sex with, and insects eat their own babies. Bears too, by the way. So yeah, like, those deserve protection, elephants too, monkeys too. But I don't feel like there's some line here where some animals are too much on this side, so we can eat them, and some animals are too much on this side, so it would be morally wrong to eat them, even if they can't communicate with us. But they show, at least towards each other and other species, reciprocity to a higher extent. But where the line starts is, for me, also difficult a little bit to establish.